Good morning, it's Craig Bennett, aka Cash Cake here with DFSArmy for another prize picks video where I give you my 5 favorite prize picks, ranked by confidence 1 through 5. Get this out super early. There's some definitely lines I like to get on early before they move. And again, follow this video if you like videos like this. Subscribe to the channel, and again, hit that notification bell so when I upload these videos, you can jump on these plays before the lines move, especially early in the morning when the lines come out. So if you don't have a Prize Picks account, head on over to prizepicks.com. I have a link in the description below, and use promo code DFSArmy and save yourself, get 100% instant deposit match up to $100. Again, you can play 2 picks, you can play 5 picks, you can play these, you can fade them, but I think this gives you a good start, kind of where my head is. I like to tell you why I like to pick. And then maybe you can make decisions. You want over, under, or just completely fade it all together. Again, I'm going to show you the desktop version. They have a mobile version on App Store and Google Play as well. So that's something you can go over and download. It's very easy to play if you don't have a lot of time. Highly recommend Prize Picks. A lot of fun. And if you want more picks as well, there are guys all day long over at DFSArmy putting their picks in. College basketball, PGA, a little bit of everything. NHL, they're in there all day long talking their picks as well. So these are my 5 favorite ones. But head on over and then sign up with DFSArmy.com. Use promo code CashCake, save 10%, and get a few more prize picks and stuff that bankroll. So hey, let's jump right into this and get after these picks. All right, as you can see, this is the desktop version. I'm going to go through my 5 favorite ones, and I actually have a bonus pick here that I like. But if you get on it early, it makes you a little nervous if some of these guys play in the late game. But I love this pick. If one of these guys are out, I will get to that after I go through these first 5. First pick, though, Jared Allen over 43 fantasy points. I mentioned this in the first look video as well. There is just nobody that can guard Jared Allen on Houston. They have nobody. PJ Tucker, Patton, there's nobody that can guard this cat. 43 is way too low. He put up over 60 against these guys earlier this month. I'm sorry, well, it would have been February. It is March 1st now. I just love this over. I think he gets there easily. It's a close matchup. I think Houston's favored by 4 here. Jared Allen should have another big game. The Fro, it uses scoring more closely to FanDuel, so you get those blocks. I think this is an easy over for Jared Allen, over 43 fantasy points. The next one I'm going to go here is actually Mike Conley, over 5.5 assists. Like this a lot as well, going up against the Pelicans. They've played in the past as well. In the game they've played in the past, he's put up 6 and 10 assists. Over his last 2 games, he's put up 7 and 8. I just like Mike Conley when he's running point. Going up against the Pelicans, if this stays real close, he should crush this over at 5.5 assists. Love the 5.5 assists here, so I'm going to take the over here. Third one I'm going to take is actually Kyrie Irving over 26.5 points. Again, Harden kind of got screwed there when Irving didn't play, struggled a little bit, but now he gets his running back, Kyrie Irving, back. We're not going to see Durant until after the All-Star break, so because of that, we're still going to have the Kyrie Irving and Harden show. So I like Kyrie Irving over 26.5 points here. I think he gets it going. Harden's more the facilitator on this team. He's more the point guard, the assist. I looked at his assist numbers. They're up to 11 over here on Prize Picks. I wouldn't touch that. That's pretty stinking high. Even though he can put up a ton, that's high. So I like this Kyrie Irving over 26.5 points. It's the highest total on the board today. Close spread. And I'm actually going to bring it back with pick number 4, and that's DeJounte Murray over 38 fantasy points. This is my number 4 pick here. Like over 38 fantasy points. San Antonio Spurs do have a lot of guys out with the safety and health protocol with COVID. So even though DeMar DeRozan is back, he still is putting up good points. DeMar DeRozan came back last game against the Pelicans, and he still put up 47 fantasy points. He's still going to be the scorer here. DeMar DeRozan's assists are way up, so he's going to be more the facilitator, it looks like. So, again, DeJounte Murray, 47, 52, 55 his last 3, and now he's going up against Brooklyn. 38 feels way too low. I want to be over on this DeJounte Murray for sure. I didn't see any single entry stats. I really want to look at him for and what they come out for DeMar DeRozan, because if they're kind of shot light on him around 5.5 or 6.5 assists, I want to be the over on that. But there's no single stats for this game yet for the Spurs side. So something to look at when they do come out. If it's at 6.5 or below, I want to be the over on that. So just kind of mark that down. And the last pick I'm going to take is Kobe White over 28 fantasy points. He's been on a tear lately, putting up massive scores into the 30s. Again, going against Denver, who doesn't play a ton of defense, could be up and down game. I just like where his game is right now. He's kind of hot. And again, I put him down at pick 5 just because there is some games that he can get kind of cold. But at the same time, Kobe White should continue the hot streak here against Denver. If the game stays close, he should cruise over this 28 fantasy points at the over. And then the last pick, I said the bonus one that I'm going to jump on here. Again, this is a fantasy point where we need some news, and we probably are not going to get it. But Malik Bunk over 22 fantasy points. This should be at 30 if we don't have any Gordon Hayward. Now, and Gordon Hayward and who's the other guy? Devontae Graham. If Devontae Graham and Hayward are both out, Malik Bunk, 22 is just a gift, a free gift here. This should be closer to 30 if both of those guys are out. But again, this is a 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard start time. We might not know this news. So this is one of those things where, do you jump on this now and try to take advantage of it and hope that, that those guys do sit and you get basically a free square with Monk, because it's a great matchup against Portland. So it's one thing that I think that, if you want to take a chance and go after it, I still think he could probably get there even if those guys play, but it's going to be a lot harder for him to get there. If they don't, he could actually just crush this. And it's like I said, if those guys are out, this is a free square at Monk at 22 fantasy points. I didn't put him in the top 5 just because it's contingent on those guys sitting for me to like him, but I did want to mention him for you guys. So you can kind of look at that. So these are the plays that I pick. Again, Jared Allen's the first one, over 43 fantasy points. Coming down here, Mike Conley over 5.5 assists. Then we got Kyrie Irving over 26.5 fantasy points. 26.5 real life points. Then we take DeJounte Murray on the other side, 38 fantasy points, the over on that. And then over on Kobe White, 28 points. And again, and the sixth one I like, Malik Bunk over 22 points if those guys are 22 fantasy points if those guys are out, but we might not know. So if you like these videos, you want me to keep cranking these ones out, hit that like button for me, subscribe to the channel, turn that notification on so you know when these get uploaded, because especially with the prize picks, they will move these lines, and you want to jump on them early before they do move. Again, very simple to play. This is the desktop version. If you want to go over to the App Store or the Google Play Store, you can download the app and you can play there. Very easy. If you don't have a ton of time for the main sites and you don't have to worry about salary and all that, just head on over here. It's very simple. Over unders. And again, we have all these plays being talked about in our exclusive Prize Picks channel. People in there all day long talking about things. So again, I appreciate your time. Hope this helps you win some money tonight. And again, 7-game slate. Let's start out March with a bang. I appreciate each and every one of you. I will see you on the flip side. Deuces.